All right. What's your favorite thing to do together?
Second favorite thing to do together is...
We go out to eat a lot.
We love to go and talk ministry.
Yeah, we do. But we hang out too. We love to. So.
All right. Now for
Not
each
a
of
very fun answer.
yeah, that's
Well, the
okay.
first part's fun. but we don't talk about that.
We have some fun ones coming up. So
Okay.
for each of you, what was your dream job growing up?
Dream job growing up, I wanted to be a nurse, a missionary nurse, until I saw blood. And that was out the window.
I wanted to teach history and coach.
Okay.
What is the biggest item on your bucket list?
Oh, great question.
I tend not to think about that stuff too much. I just love what we do right now. But I think we'd probably like to go and spend some time in Europe.
Yeah, that would probably be it. Yeah, that's good.
Go to Europe?
But no,
We're not real.
although you just record that and you go, it doesn't sound like it's too much of a big bucket list idea where they're going, maybe.
It's all good. So, okay, and for each of you, is there a movie that you never get tired of watching? You can just watch
No,
again and
I
again.
hate watching movie twice.
Oh, you could watch, no. You watch Gone with the Wind.
Oh, I haven't seen that in 15 years.
But
so.
you'd watched it a lot of
No,
times.
no.
Oh,
I've
never
only
mind.
seen it twice.
She doesn't like movies. Oh no, she watches movies. A movie I'd
I'm
never
so
get tired of
boring,
seeing. I don't watch a lot of movies over again, but I laugh every time I watch Princess Bride.
Yeah, that would be yours.
What Bible character do you identify with most?
I probably Joseph, who went through a lot of adversity, but just continually through every phase of his life, he just kept serving the Lord. I grew up in a really messed up home, a real dysfunctional home, and so I faced a lot of adversity, but just really longed always, probably Joseph and Daniel, just to say no matter what, I want to live faithfully, I really want to live holy. Those are my two.
For me, it'd be Peter, who was a consumer of grace at a significant level, and then a dispenser of grace to others. And that's what I like to think I've been. I know I've been a consumer of grace. I've needed it again and again. And I pray for people all the time that they experience the grace of Jesus Christ. And Peter's one of those guys who said, this is it.
Definitely. Do you guys have either or, life motto or favorite quote?
My personal mission statement is to lead as many people as possible into a deeper relationship with Christ. And so I feel like ever since I was about 16, that's been the passion of my life, to help people come to know Christ in a deeper way. And now at 64, that still just drives me. I love being able to see people really get it spiritually, especially when it comes to the Bible, where they begin to have the light bulb go on and say, I really want to learn this word. I really want to live this word. I just love this word. So anytime I can teach or preach in a way that people sit there and go, I just really want to know Christ better. As a result of that, I feel like that's the ultimate fulfillment and satisfaction of my life.
At a serious level for me, it would be as long as there's one person in the world who doesn't know Jesus as Savior, my job's not done.
Yeah.
I believe that ought to be the motto of every church, actually, but some would have their own. And on a non-serious level, it would be Cubs win, Cubs win.
Now, what would you tell your college self now?
Go back and tell them something.
That's a great question.
That's a
We need to think about that one.
fabulous question. I would probably tell him to study harder.
And you would needed to have told him that.
I know. You know, I think I would tell him ministry is going to be a lot more fulfilling than you ever dreamed of it. I was a religion major and didn't want to be a pastor, but knew God wanted me to, and I resisted it significantly. I ran from my call, and I ran from my call by running from God. And if I could have figured out earlier that I could pastor a church the way God wired me to be as a person, that would have been a lot healthier for me and for my spiritual life.
What would I have told my college self? I I need to think about that one.
Mhm.
That's a great question.
I think back then you were still working at trying to earn God's approval.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that might
And
have.
that
Oh,
God
that
just
might have
loved you
been
no
it.
matter
Yeah,
what.
thanks. That's why we do this stuff together better. Because I grew up in such a messed up home, and my dad was a very, very hard person, impossible person to please. And so I always grew up thinking, if I could do this, I'll hear him say, well done. If I can do this, I'll hear him say, I love you. And so I came into young adulthood still trying to work to earn God's approval, his sense of, you're doing this well. And so I was pretty much a works-oriented person and not a lot of grace. I remember one time when I was probably 25 or so, and John said to me, Patty, God is not your dad. You don't have to earn his approval. You don't have to earn his saying, well done. And that began a real freeing experience for my life for the next decades of life, where I could give up that sense of I have to work harder, work harder, work harder. I could just live passionately in love with Jesus and then work out of that, where everything just flowed out of that. So yeah, that'd be a big one for me.